Hi, this is Jake from Optimus Futures, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to use the Trade Monitor for options on the TT platform. Now, first up, if you would like to utilize a Trade Monitor, this widget can be opened up under the Widgets tab right here. And then if we scroll down to options, we can open up the Trade Monitor. Now, when you first open up the Trade Monitor, you'll be required to select an exchange as well as a family or a contract family for the product that you would like to open up. So as you can see, right now I have determined that I would like to open up the CME exchange, and for our product family, we'll be selecting the ES or the E-mini S&P 500. Now when I do select this product family, I'll get any relevant trades according to the ES or anything related to the ES in our Trade Monitor here. Now starting from the left to right, after I do expand my window just a bit broader, on our far left column here, we have the time in which any order was filled. To the right of that, we get the instrument that was associated with the time it was filled at. So any of the instruments here are again related to the E-mini S&P 500 in one way or another, whether it's the options package or, as you may see, there are the futures contracts as well being traded in here. To the right of that, we have our calls and puts, which as you can see are filtered by both calls and puts, and then the strike price, which does give us a bit more information as to where the contract was actually filled. Now heading over to the right, we do have expiration types and DTE, but more importantly, we do have the quantity of whether our option or our futures contract was filled at, as well as the price it was filled at. Now heading over to our right here, we do have our theoretical value field. Now unfortunately, not every field is being populated with data here due to the fact that I am running on simulated data. So if you are a live trader who again is using a live trading account, you may expect to see a bit more information being populated in these three fields here. So as you can see, our theoretical value is actually directly tied into our edge. The edge column actually takes the theoretical value of that contract and subtracts it from the actual price it was filled at, giving you your edge. Now on live data, you might expect to see bid prices as well as the volume of your different bid quantities here as well. Again, these couple fields aren't being populated just because I'm on simulated data. Now to the right of our edge, we do have our theoretical values and Greeks as well, as you can see are all populated here. Now you may be thinking to yourself while watching this that there is a ton going on here in the Trade Monitor. And as you may expect, that is true because it is showing us every trade that has been placed in the market. Now, one of the best features about the Trade Monitor is the ability to filter depending on either trade quantity or different price levels. There's a ton of different options we can utilize here. So if you are looking for a specific field or a specific trade that meets specific criteria or conditions, TT Trade Monitor allows you to do so. So if you click on the filter button, which is here in the top left, as you'll notice, we can create an expression of our own. You can either add a rule or a group. So let's start breaking this down by adding a rule. So let's say, for example, we wanted to see any trade associated with the E-mini S&P 500, any trade that is a call and that has a trade quantity greater than 10. So as you can see, our first filter menu here, there are a ton of different filters we can select from. But in our specific situation, as I just mentioned, we're looking for calls that have a trade quantity of greater than 10. So as you can see, we have selected puts and calls. Now we can do equals. And as I said, we're looking for just calls only. So we'll now create the call filter. Now that we have that rule set, we can add another rule and we can break down our expression even further. So as you can see, again, we get the same menu here, but as I mentioned, we're looking for trade quantity. So we'll just need to scroll through our menu here and look for our trade quantity field. Now we can do less or equal to, but again, we're looking for something greater than 10. So we'll do greater or equals, and then we can manually select our quantity right here. So again, we have selected 10. And now that looks like a pretty good expression to me. One last thing to mention, we do have our and or our or columns right here. Now again, depending on the expression, you may choose different fields here, but because we are looking for greater or equal, we'll need to select the or operator for our expression here. So just keep that in mind. If we had it on and, we may get a lot of information that we're not specifically looking for, but because once again, we're looking for greater or equals, we'll need to select the or operator. So once we have our expression in place, we'll simply need to click apply, and you may need to give it a few seconds for the Trade Monitor to filter. But as you can see now, we have just made our filter, and we're now looking at any trades that are relative with the E-mini S&P that do have a trade quantity of greater than 10 at the specific condition we just specified. But that just about does it for this video, guys. Again, I am using simulated data, so some of the things you may see here won't exactly be accurate when you are trading on live, so just keep that in mind. But again, that was pretty much just a simple rundown of the Trade Monitor for options on the TT platform. Thanks for watching.